Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 15th Brotherhood battle that I've put onto YouTube. For the 15th battle I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I've decided to put a Barbarian Invasion game on to YouTube this time. Rome Total War came out in September 2004, and Barbarian Invasion came out as an expansion pack in 2005. And for a couple of years Barbarian Invasion was the more popular game, but gradually people started to go back onto Rome Total War, and gradually people just stopped playing Barbarian Invasion. But Barbarian Invasion is a very good game in its own right. And so I hope you enjoy this battle, and this will just give you a little taste to see what Barbarian Invasion is all about. Here you can see in our team where I'm in today, this is Wolves Barbarian, whose real name is King of All, and he has bought the Roman Eastern Empire faction here, and these are some of his troops called the Plum Barbarii, and they fire metal darts. They throw metal darts that are armor piercing. Also, they've still got the 120 one-man eagle units to inspire troops, and their cavalry are called the Clibanarii, and these cavalry are really tough. If you look at those kind of rolling pins with handles in their hands, they're actually effective against armor maces, and these cavalry are very devastating. Their attack is 5, their charge is 5, but their defense is 32, and that's without any upgrades at all, so they're pretty good. Our other teammate is Barb 2. This is Brotherhood member Two Blades, and he has bought the Northern Empire Roman army there, as you can see. And then you have Uther, who has bought the Franks faction. And these soldiers here are called Francisca Heerban, and they actually throw effective against armor axes, and they're very tough infantry, and you'll see them in action a bit later on. Also, the Franks cavalry are some of the best cavalry in the game. They are called paladins. Their attack is 10, their charge is 10, and their defense is 23, and that's without any upgrades being put on them. So these cavalry are, you don't mess with these cavalry. When they attack, they really do a great job. And my army is the Alemanni, and these troops are very tough. These are chosen axemen, and they are effective against armor as well. And these troops are very tough. I like having these axemen in my army. I've also got 3 units of berserkers, and these are called Lombard berserkers. And see those massive swords? They're effective against armor. So these berserkers are very effective as shock troops. The barbarians have 2 types of archers. You can either have the very well armoured ones with short range, or these that have got long range but aren't very well armoured. As the axemen are susceptible to archer fire, I always go for the long range archers. And here I have the barbarian noble cavalry, and these guys are pretty tough, and from what I've seen they're a match for any cavalry in the game. And there's my general there. It's a cavalry general for the barbarians. And the Alemanni faction, I find, are a great faction and can really give Rome a good run for its money. These troops are pretty tough. So that's my team there, the team that I'm in today. And the other team we're facing are also very good players as well. This is a very unusual game, as this is a 4v4 Barbarian Invasion game with 8 really good Rome Total War players in it. And so this is a very rare game, and that's why I'm so glad to be able to put it onto YouTube for you to see. Here in the other team we have Magog Jupiter, who has bought the Sassanid faction. The Sassanid faction have got great infantry called Sugadian warriors, and see those maces in their hands there? Those are effective against armour, so these infantry are very tough. Plus they've also got the Clibanarii cavalry as well, and as you can see they've got maces as well, so they're also effective against armour. So this Assassinid faction is a very tough faction. Both cavalry and infantry are very good. Our next, the next enemy general is Wolves Galatia with Burgundi, and he has bought Sacred Band infantry here. They're also very tough. Plus he's bought 3 Lombard Berserkers as well. As seen before, these Lombard Berserkers are very tough. And also he's got Barbarian Noble Cavalry as well. So the Burgundi faction are quite tough. Then we have Barb Talos, who is of course Brotherhood member Talos, and he has bought the Celts faction with their Gallo Glasses infantry. Gallo Glasses infantry, they're quite tough. And they've actually got some really tough berserkers called the Hounds of Kulan. And there's a close-up of them there. And those maces are actually also effective against armour as well. So these troops are, these particular berserkers are very tough. And then their last teammate is Brotherhood member Crimson Overlord, who has bought the Lombardi faction here, another barbarian faction. And he has got a mixture, and there's those well-armoured archers I was telling you about. I've gone for the long-distance one, he's gone for the shorter distance ones, but better armoured. Here he has a combination of Golden Band infantry and Chosen Axemen. He's also got 3 units of berserkers, and he's actually gone for Barbarian Warlord Cavalry. So with all these great Rome Total War players playing this battle, this should be a great game to watch. Here at the early stage of the battle, you can see that Uther is bringing his Franks army out towards Talos, his Celts army. And what I would think that Uther is hoping to do here is to be able to throw some of his effective against armour axes at Talos' Celts here, as he's doing now. And those axes, they really do a heck of a lot of damage to enemy troops. As I say, they are effective against armour, so they really do do a lot of damage. And as you can see, a lot of Talos' Celts troops are being taken down by those axes. So it's a good job that Talos has got an open order unit out the front to be able to take most of those axes. As you can see, King of All, the Wolves, King of All, is moving his Roman army round to our right there in a flanking action. On actually at the moment he's actually flanking Talos' Celts army there, and all the time his Plumbarii infantry, Roman infantry at the front, are throwing metal effective against armoured darts into Talos' Celt troops as well. So not only is Talos' troops taking effective against armour axes, they're actually having these iron darts thrown by the Roman troops as well. So I would think the Celts are suffering a lot of damage at this time. And with King of All still moving his infantry further round to the flank, it's really threatening Talos' Celt army at the moment. And I see Crimson Overlord is bringing his army across at the moment to support Talos. As you can see, everybody looks ready for the battle. As you can see on our right here, Celts Talos' cavalry with his 3 Hounds of Kulan berserkers have moved out to our right as well. Maybe with a view of being a bit of bait there, hoping to get one of us to attack his cavalry, and then he would then charge his berserkers in. That could be a little bit of bait there. And here goes Wolves, King of All's cavalry, heavy cavalry, going to smash into the Celts cavalry there, and there you go, bang, straight into their cavalry. The Celts cavalry then counterattacks them, and as you can see, the Hounds of Kulan berserkers have just been activated by Talos, and they're going to charge into there as well now. And as we all know, the berserkers actually, they lower morale of enemy troops as well as being fierce fighters. So with those berserkers gone in there could be problems for King of All's cavalry there. I see that Crimson Overlord's brought his cavalry over and is bringing his infantry over as well to support Talos. And there goes Crimson Overlord's cavalry there going in as well. So you've got Talos's berserkers and Crimson Overlord's cavalry just charged in there. King of All's cavalry are holding quite well, but no, they've just routed now, probably due to the pressure of the berserkers. I see Two Blades now is charging his cavalry in as well here. And don't forget, these Roman cavalry are extremely tough, and for them to be routed, it goes to show how strong those Hounds of Kulan berserkers are. And as you can see now, Crimson Overlord has activated his berserkers as well, and they've come into the battle. So there are now 6 activated berserkers on our right flank, which has routed all of our Roman cavalry there, and our right flank looks in real danger of actually collapsing at this stage. I see Uther's bringing his Paladin cavalry over here now to try and support our right flank, and I see that King of All has brought some of his infantry over as well to try and shore up our right flank. If we lose our right flank here, then the battle will not look very good for us, and I would think the result would be bad. As you can see, things are looking bad on our right flank there, and then you can see that Uther's charged his Paladin cavalry in on our right flank there. And we've also got King of All's infantry in there as well, and we're trying to counter-attack on our right to try and rout their forces there. But there are so many berserkers in there.
Now he can drink with his
As you can see at the back, Jupiter is now sending his Cataphract Sassanid cavalry in against us as well now, and that's smashing in. But as you see, we've activated our I've activated my berserkers, and my berserkers are now in there as well, and I've just charged my cavalry in as well, and it looks like we've actually secured a mass rout of the enemy team on our right flank there. And as you can see, we've got more allied cavalry smashing into the melee there, and it looks like
the enemy warlord flees from
yes, it very much looks like we've actually routed all the enemy now on our right.
Now his men show fear.
For what seemed to be a very, very serious situation for us, where we'd lost our right, we've counter-attacked so hard and worked so well as a team that we've managed to actually turn the tide of this battle, and have managed to rout all the enemy troops there, as you can now see. The berserkers in this game are very tough, and I think that you've actually seen there how well they've actually done. Very tough units there. As you can see, there's we've only seen 8 of the Barbarian Invasion factions in action today. I think there's about 18 Barbarian Invasion factions, and Rome is still the kind of overall best army. But this game is a lot more balanced than RTW, because there's a lot of factions that can really give Rome a good run for money. And you know, you can, if you play a lot of these factions correctly, you can actually beat Rome.
Of dying enemies are sweet
so
music
it is a very well balanced game, Barbarian Invasion. As you can see now, it was a clear victory there. This was a great battle. I hope you enjoyed it. I think most people that have tried Barbarian Invasion that I've known have really liked it. And last year, 2012, Barbarian Invasion had a resurgence, led by the Brotherhood. We played Barbarian Invasion a lot and got a lot of people interested in playing it, and so it was really popular. But unfortunately, so few people have got Barbarian Invasion now. Trying to get big 4v4 games is almost impossible. This was a really unusual 4v4 game. So unfortunately, because we couldn't get enough people to play it, because people just simply didn't have Barbarian Invasion, it kind of stopped being played again. But if you've liked this game, you might be interested in getting Barbarian Invasion. It certainly is a good alternative to Rome Total War. Anyway, this is Spartan Commander saying I hope you enjoyed the Barbarian Invasion battle. And I'd just like to say everybody played really well in this game, and it was great to get 8 really great RTW players in a Barbarian Invasion battle. And this is Spartan Commander saying hope to see you soon. Goodbye.